I always thought podcasts were just background noise, something to fill the silence while I worked from home. But last week, my favorite true crime podcast started with an episode that wasn't just familiar, it was uncanny. The host described a coffee shop with a crooked A in the sign, my favorite barista's laugh, and even the chipped mug I always used. I brushed it off as a weird coincidence, until the episode's story began following my morning routine exactly: the creak in my hallway floorboards, my mismatched socks, even the playlist I listened to during breakfast. Stick with me, because what happened next made me question if I'd ever truly been alone. By lunchtime, I was glued to my headphones, heart pounding as the podcast story moved into the afternoon. My afternoon. The host's voice described an email I just sent to my boss, verbatim. I paused the episode, checked the show notes, and scrolled through comments, trying to find out if this was some elaborate prank. But there was nothing out of the ordinary. When I pressed play again, the host said, "You're starting to worry now, aren't you? That the real story is about to begin." My breath caught. I muted the podcast, but the words kept echoing in my mind. I tried to distract myself by cleaning, but every noise, every car horn, every muffled conversation outside, felt amplified. As dusk settled, I heard the podcast host's voice again, this time coming from my living room speaker, even though my phone was still in my pocket. "Don't go to the window," the voice warned, "no matter what you hear." That's when the screaming started. Not from the podcast, but from inside my own apartment. Frozen in place, I barely managed to whisper, "Who's there?" The scream turned into sobs, then silence. The podcast host's voice returned, low and intimate, "You didn't listen. Now your story ends here." My phone screen flickered, showing an episode title I'd never seen before, The Last Listener. The play button pressed itself, and my own shaky breathing filled the speakers. Broadcasting, I realized, to whoever was unlucky enough to be listening next.